Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy G Shrimp, everybody. Faith Baby Daddy, the voice of the streets, man. And today we in Chicago, y'all. We go be up here at St. Sabina, y'all, the church on 78th and Racine. It seemed like 2 days ago they had a mass shooting up there, y'all. And what happens is they have these parties, right? And everybody put it on social media and they inviting people, and it's like a little mob thing the young kids like to do, and they all meet up somewhere. And when you got that many kids somewhere, all of them ain't in the same gang. And once they find out where they at, what location they at, they try to sneak on their enemies, y'all. And these kids just ain't learning that hanging out with a bunch of people is not healthy for you, y'all. Listen to what the news said.
From overnight, a mass shooting near St. Sabina Church leaves 7 teenagers injured. This happened just before 2 o'clock this morning at 78th and South Racine. That's in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood. Police say those injured range in age from 17 to 19, all but one in fair condition. That other victim, the 7th, is in serious condition. Officers say someone in a car drove past a large group outside and opened fire. Here's what a witness had to say.
It hurts my spirit. I actually live across the street, right here, across from the parish. I've been under Father Flavor for 8 years. My husband is armor bearer, and I love that man. So it hurt my spirit.
We're working with police on what led up to this shooting, but first this morning, as those details do start to filter in, let's talk live with Father Michael Flegger, the head of St. Sabina and a community activist for decades against just this, gun violence. Good morning to you, Father.
Good morning, Elizabeth. How are you?
It's been a very long night for you. I'm sorry that this happened in general. I'm sorry this happened so close to the church. Just tell us what you know this morning.
Well, there was an after prom party that was going on at a house, and I think social media, people put it out. More and more people, I guess, kept coming, and then it's out in the street. There was lots of people out of the street, and then the drive-by came by and shot him, and I'm just so angry and so disgusted. This is not, what happened last night is not something you can stop by snap curfews, jobs, programming, police. We have every kind of program in the world out here. 7 days a week we're going. We have 400 people going to be in jobs this summer. This is parents knowing where your kids are at 2 o'clock in the morning. This is young people making right choices. And when you see a crowd growing to over 100 people, get the hell away from it, move, leave, because unfortunately every single time something happens when there's that many people, and this is young people not having guns. And stop putting where you're at and parties going on in social media. It invites the idiots. 95% of the kids are wonderful, great kids, want a future. But there's that 5% that just don't care. And they're going to drive down the street in this car, like what happened last night, and just shoot at the group. It's just insane. It's just absolutely insane. And, we're going to put up a $10,000 reward, and people can call here at the church or call the police. I want to find, this is personal to me. This is in our territory. This is on our block. This is real personal. I take it personal attack, not only on the kids you shot, on St. Sabina, and on me. And I want to know who did it.
What did your night look like? Did you hear the shots? Did you know that the party was going on?
I heard something. I wasn't sure, but it woke me up. And then I got a call on my phone right away from a neighbor and said there were shots fired. So I just got dressed and I was out in the street, from 2 to about 4:30 this morning.
You have, like you mentioned, you have so many programs there. You're doing stuff every day. You've worked for decades on this work. Were any of your parishioners, were any of these kiddos yours?
I hope not. Not that I'm aware of. I know that we're not. The ones who are having the after school, after prom party was not from St. Sabina. I'm not aware of any of them from the parishioners here, but, they tell me there were kids from south suburbs, from all over that were involved. I mean, when you put that stuff on social media, unfortunately, these days, you can't do that because people come from all over. Some just want to be at a party, and then some want to come to do crazy things like shooting. And what in your mind, these are kids celebrating their prime, getting ready for graduation. These are kids trying to have a good time at the end of their year, and some idiot's going to come by here and shoot at it and turn a happy, proud event into a mass shooting where 7 people get shot. Is absolutely unacceptable. And I'm praying for the 7 people that are well and the one serious person, and praying for the kids who are traumatized just seeing it. But this has to stop.
What do you do now,
Young
Father?
people got to make right choices. Parents, know where your kids are. Stop putting stuff on social media and stop carrying guns every place you go.
I have a feeling I know the answer to this, but does this bring you down, or does it ignite you even more?
Right now, it's got me down. Right now, it's got me really angry, Elizabeth. It's got me really disgusted and disappointed. They know what we stand for. And so to come over this close to St. Sabina and do something like this, it's just unacceptable anywhere. But I mean, like I said, for me, this is very personal.
Well, Father Michael Feiger, the head of St. Sabina Church, we appreciate what you do, and our thoughts and prayers are with those that were injured, the 7 teenagers that were 17 to 19 years old overnight, and we hope you get some rest today, and again, thoughts are with those involved. Thank you, Father.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Appreciate you. Thank you.
We'll bring you any more developing information that...
Nah. Can you imagine that, y'all? If you know anything about Chicago South Side, you know who Father Flagrant is. He been working against gangs for years, y'all. I remember when they used to target us. I remember him having one of my guys ran out the neighborhood because he kept hearing his name so much. I remember Father Flagrant when he used to walk around. Back in the day, they had a lot of drug paraphernalia they were selling at these little corner stores, beauty supplies, and they sold pipes, they sold scales, they sold baggies and things like that. And Father Flagrant would take it upon himself to go in those stores and smash up all the pipes and everything like that. And then sometime he had the police with him, but most time, I won't say he'd be by himself, just some people from the church. I remember when they shut down the Dan Ryan, y'all, and marched down the Dan Ryan. Now, if you wasn't there, just imagine, if you driving on the Dan Ryan, imagine all traffic stopped. And they marched from, man, I think they walked from 79th all the way to 51st or something. I think they ended it at that police station. I'm not sure, but I know they marched down the Dan Ryan and they was filming it. I'm like, man, that was remarkable there, because this is something that don't be done a lot. And the police was with them. They allowed them to do it. And, you know, they was doing that. I call it a peace march. And it don't matter, y'all. Like Father Flagrant say, a lot of times it's on the parents, man. Y'all got to have your kids, when you see them, man, pull your damn pants up. Straighten that hat up. Now, I ain't saying that's going to always stop things, but at least if you stay on them a little bit, you can help. You see him running with the little bad boy that be in trouble all the time, you hear their names and shit. You know the names. So when is that little Tony right there? Is that the little boy they said shot at the car the other night? Bring your ass in here. No, you can't go nowhere with him. Bring your ass in here. And you got to stand on your kids, because sometimes they don't even be doing nothing, y'all. Just like this party. Now, I'm pretty sure some parents allowed them to go to that party up there at St. Sabina. Why? Because when you hear that name, St. Sabina, you think, oh, okay, this going to be peaceful. This the church. I hope Father Flagrant out there. I know ain't nothing going to happen around here. This happened at night, y'all. Father Flagrant was in the church asleep. Because he got a little office or a little room, a house in the building, y'all. And that's a big church. And they do a lot of good. They have back to school drives. They pass out toys for Christmas. And, you know, they do a lot of good as much as they can. A lot of time, we don't get nothing done because we don't look for the resources. They are here. You'll be surprised. You go to the aid office and just pick up one of their worksheets on how to get a job. You go to the Social Security office, they have pamphlets and stuff laying around. And you be like, damn, I didn't know you can get free housing for a year if you didn't work and things like that. You know what I mean? But, man, we got to investigate more if we want to find out some things. They got the joke now and say, you ever want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. Put it in a book. Now, that's kind of different with the internet being moving around now. You know, all these kids got to do is Google something and they can get the correct answer. And it still ain't helping them, y'all. It still ain't helping them. It's teaching them how to make guns and shit. Teach them how to make drugs, lean. I Googled what is lean one time. They told me what it was. Even told me the best pop to use, y'all. Ain't that something? We thought we didn't have enough information and we was going up. Now these kids got too much information. They can make a gun from scratch, y'all, with plastic. And it's not illegal. And it is illegal. They call it a ghost gun. But I'm talking about to build it and get the parts and stuff. You ain't broke no law. When you put that motherfucker together and go outside with it, that's when you done broke the law. And then I was just watching something else a little earlier before I got to this, right? Don't you know all these people be walking around with their guns? Some of them try to show people and all that. And I always say, a gun can only help you if it's concealed. If somebody know you got a gun and he can rush you and get it off your hip, or he can try to get close enough to you so you can't even reach it. Some of y'all be letting it hang out. I just watched 2 videos where people got their gun took at the gas station. The guy walked by him and then come back. See, sometimes people let it hang out because they assume people go get scared. But people that's about that life and already pack guns they know you sweet because you got it hanging out. So all they got to do is come back in and push it and snatch it out your pants. I've seen 2, 3 videos like that where they took the gun from him. Another guy, they just shot him in the head and took his gun off of him. But had his gun been concealed and nobody would see it until it's time for action. You feel me? It's your boy G Shrimp, everybody fave baby daddy, voice of the street. I'm going to punch you and I dig you later. I'm out of here, y'all.